Hey guys, welcome to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and today we are talking about Supernatural Season 13, Episode 3, and Episode 4. Now, I gotta say this, guys. You see, the thing about me is I don't really do filler, and Episode 3 and Episode 4 feel like filler to me. You know, I really only review things that are like really important to the plot of the season. And episode 3, especially episode 3, just feels like filler. I will review it for you guys because the last 5 seconds of the episode is really, really important. But for the rest of the episode, it pretty much feels like filler. Episode 4 was great, and, well, let's just move on with the review, shall we? So what happens in episode 3? Well, this is what happened. So a reath is going after pshykicks, and a friend of Sam and Dean's calls them up and needs help, and Sam decides he wants to take care of Jack, so he actually calls up Dewey Mills, and Dean decides, you know what, he's going to go and help on the case. So he goes and helps them, helps Dewey Mills and helps the psychic. The psychic is worried about her family, her son, and her granddaughter, who possibly has psychic powers, and she knows that this weird monster, this reath, is going to be going after her granddaughter. So she actually confronts the monster and gets killed. Okay, so she's gone. And then Sam and Dean go after the monster. They save her granddaughter. Her granddaughter ends up to have psychic powers. She gets captured again by the monster, and it is up to her dad and Dean and Dewey Mills to go after this monster. And it's really cool. Because of her psychic powers, she is able to essentially save I almost want to say Sam for some reason. She saves Dean and Dewey Mills, and of course her dad. They defeat the monster. That's the end of the episode, okay? It's great, but it's filler to me. Then the very last 5 seconds happen of the episode. So Dean goes home, and it's mission complete, of course. And then Sam and Dean get into a complete argument, okay? So the argument is all about Jack, essentially. You know, Sam wants to use Jack to save his mother, and Dean is like, okay, I get that, but you don't have to act like you like him. The thing is, though, Dean does like him. Dean wants to protect him, you know? And it's absolutely fantastic. And the whole argument, the last 5 seconds, is absolutely great. And not only is it about their mom and about Jack, but it's about their relationship as well. Really, it is. And, oh my god, it's just great. So, Dean, of course, is fine with using Jack, but he wants to kill this thing because it's a monster. And then Sam actually goes, well, I didn't turn out bad. When I was having strange powers, I didn't turn out bad. And then Dean is like, well, you're a different case. You were born human. This thing's a monster. This thing's the son of the devil. And, you know, I just think that's why Sam wants to help him so much, is because he knows how the devil works. He knows that, you know, it was the devil who almost turned him into a meat suit. For God's sakes. He was drinking demon blood and all that other stuff, so it was fantastic. And now he has a chance to help someone else with these strange powers. That's why I think the connection between him and Jack is going to be perfect, but of course Dean just wants nothing to do with it. He figures his mom's dead, and he just wants to kill the son of the demon, the son of the devil, I mean. So, and then they actually talk about Casteal, and that gets Jack, unknowingly, unwillingly, accidentally uses his powers to wake up Casteal. Wow. So here's the thing. I knew that they were teasing that way too much. I figured Casteal would be back in this season somewhere. I didn't think they were going to show him so soon. I'm really happy that they showed him so soon. I can't wait to see what they do with this character this time. Casteal is my favorite character in all, and I mean all, of Supernatural. He's my favorite character. Of course, Jack, to me, seems to be my second favorite character right now. You know, if I had to pick who my 3 top favorite characters are, it would be Sam, Casteal, and Jack. I really, really do like Jack. Now, let's talk about episode 4 for a second. So what happens in episode 4 is this guy actually gets killed by his dead wife, which is why Dean eventually finds out about it. He finds the job and decides that he's going to go on this mission. Sam decides, you know what, it would be a good idea to get Jack to do something. And Jack, of course, when he first asks him to go, Jack is like, nope. And then there's this whole conversation about him using Jack. He heard the argument from the night before, from the episode before, from episode 3, and it's just fantastic. And of course, you know, Sam talking to Jack is, I absolutely love that conversation about him, you know, about him trying to save his mom, but still actually feeling for Jack. He's not just doing it to save mom and then he's going to kill Jack right off the back. He's not like that. That's not what he's planning to do. He really does care about Jack. He feels for Jack because he's been in Jack's situation with strange powers because of the devil. And I absolutely love it. So Jack decides to go on a mission. And of course, you know, because it's a mission, they technically have to lie. So they eventually find out that there's this shapeshifter who is actually pretending, well, not pretending, she is a therapist, okay? So they decide to disguise themselves as customers, with, of course, Jack being their little brother and all that, so it's the 3 of them. And they find out, eventually, that the shapeshifter is not the one killing these monsters, but there is this great part of the episode where Sam and Dean are actually arguing about their mother, and the whole thing about Sam wanting that connection with his mother, but now he has to just accept that it's not going to happen, and that he doesn't want to do that. I absolutely just loved the entire part of that episode. That part was probably my favorite. Now, of course, what happens is eventually they find out that she is a shapeshifter, and then it turns out that she is not killing her patients. What she does is she transforms into the patient's loved ones who have died, and they try to get closure, you know, they try to make him feel better, you know. And then what she does is she eats like animals, alright? She doesn't eat people. But she had a boyfriend who is back in town who is turning into her patients' loved ones and killing them. That's fantastic. So now there's another shapeshifter, a real bad guy shapeshifter. Eventually in the episode, though, Jack decides, you know, to tell the truth. Sam and Dean aren't his brothers, and he just wants to see his mom one more time. And he asked the shapeshifter to transform into, you know, his mother. And this is just fantastic. I absolutely love this part of the episode. It looks great. And the whole the conversations in this episode are fantastic. But eventually what happens is her boyfriend, the other shapeshifter, gets in there and tries to kill everybody, and he's almost successful at killing Sam. He's got Dean and Jack locked up, and Dean is absolutely trying to get Jack to use his powers. Jack doesn't know how, but as soon as he shoots a bullet at Sam, Jack uses his powers, stops the bullet, saves Sam, and knocks the bad guy out. Eventually, that's the end of the episode. The bad guy is dead. The shapeshifter goes back to her real job, trying to help people in therapy get over the loss of their loved ones. I absolutely love the idea that even though she's a monster, that doesn't mean she has to be. It's just fantastic. They do a fantastic job in this season when it comes to that. And it just leaves Jack to become more and more of a good guy. Jack is literally becoming my favorite character of the show. Now let's talk about Casteal. Casteal is also in this episode. And what is fantastic about Casteal is what happens is he wakes up in this weird darkness, and we actually find out that there's another monster there, and he's actually older than God. What happened before God and the darkness was nothing. So he's literally in nothing, and this is where angels go when they die. They're in nothing, asleep forever. I absolutely love it. And then what that creature wants him to do is sleep because he wants to sleep, but they go back and forth arguing. He tries to make him believe that if he goes back to Earth, he'll just be in pain, so why doesn't he just sleep? And of course, that monster can't sleep unless he sleeps, and the monster turns into him. It's fantastic. Eventually, the monster sends him back to Earth. That's the end of the episode. I cannot wait to see the meme between Casteal and Jack, the Nephilim. I cannot wait to see the next episode, but that is all that happens in these 2 episodes, guys. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought about these 2 episodes. And I'm out. Bye.